we've got a nice running car, but this will be the engine in the car that will help us scale rapidly within the organization. We adopted Workato only as an internal tool. So it will not touch our product or customer facing stuff. It's just all internal operations. And our ability to support the growth internally, I really view I view Workato as the engine that's going to help us accelerate with the company and keep up. Ben Martin, I've been in software development for over 20 years, and I manage the business applications team at MX. MX is a 10-year-old startup, and we still consider ourselves very much a startup organization, and we're in the financial data industry.
I'm Dorian Kunzler. I'm a business operations software engineer at MX. I've been a software engineer for 25 plus years now. When I first came aboard at MX, I began working on a in-house custom build for creating a platform for doing integrations. But when Ben came aboard, we kind of reevaluated that and, determined that, yeah, long-term, it would be a very long project, especially with only one developer, myself working on it. It's quite a big ask. So, we kind of went through and looked at the build versus buy as to what it would take. And, building a solution in-house, adding more headcount to help do that and the costs associated with it, all that kind of thing.
But as we got into the evaluation, it quickly became apparent that the return on investment is so high with buying something like this, that for me, that was kind of the aha moment in this process, was just deciding to buy. Again, the backlog of automation and integration requests kept growing, and we could just see the nightmare that was happening if we were to build those as individual, point-to-point integrations. We'd quickly lose control over best practices and even our ability to scale and maintain. And so it really just became, the urgency came from demand within the organization.
We wanted to be able to really come out and show the company, hey, we've got some great valuable tools here now that we can start taking advantage of, instead of having to wait, like another year or something before we could really do something with an iPaaS tool. We realized, that MuleSoft and Informatica were more of those enterprise type systems. They could have a lot of really great flexibility to them, but at the cost of having to write a lot more code, that it would take a lot longer to implement the solution, may require more professional services and stuff in order to get them up and off the ground. But the things that really kind of stood out to us in the end was that, one, Workato has been around longer, so they had better longevity that way. The support at Workato fit better with what we were looking for. We also liked the community aspect that Workato has for community submitted connectors and recipes. We felt that that would be a great benefit to us to be able to have a community that we could reach out to, for questions or, if we were looking for a particular thing. One of the criteria too was just the ability to kind of customize things too. We wanted to have an SDK available that we could add new connectors or at least be able to access other web services and things as we needed to, just as we continue to grow. at MX. So, you know, as new systems might come up, we would be able to easily toss those into the mix as well. So. Some of the initial benefits too, you know, are going to be just the time savings and cost savings. You know, time that people currently are having to spend with, you know, trying to move data around manually, you know, doing double entry in systems or even triple entry or whatever the case may be. And, you know, that just leads up to savings in dollars as well. You know, it helps free up people's time so they can stay focused on the other tasks that they may have that are more important.
We are a very smart, intelligent organization. You know, anybody who gets in our organization at any level is super intelligent. And I would imagine, without exception, we could put anybody down in front of Workato and they could probably figure it out and build their automation. And that's exciting because that frees us up to empower them and give them the tool to own and build their own automation. A lot of the time, we'll hear something around the fact that if we're able to make everybody's lives even 1% better, that's $1 million effect. And I feel like there's so much opportunity for the small, easy, low-hanging fruit that we can accomplish within the Workato platform